What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of My Ego App Fantasy. Today we are looking at Blast Premier Showdown 2022. It's Spring Showdown, of course, yes. If you're wondering why I don't have a camera on, it's because I've been extremely sick for some of the last days, and I still am. And that's also why I couldn't make my video before. On this event, both Ego App and HLTV. But I felt like I still want to make the videos, even if they end up being a bit shorter and having less of my explanation, because my throat is actually kind of killing me right now. But let's just jump straight into it. So for Ego App, actually what you'll find is that they've kind of combined the NA and EU versions. So what we have is basically two different events when it comes to HLTV and when it comes to it actually goes into fantasy as well. However, in the Ego App, they're the same. How I see it is that a 3-3 split is probably the best on paper, but it just kind of depends on how you feel about teams who are gonna sweep their event. So I think, for example, in the NA version, Fury and Liquid are probably gonna kind of destroy their position in these games. I feel like they're gonna do very well and get to the grand finals, both of them with a very high likelihood. So I might go for 4 players out of those teams, and then I'll go for like two players out of one of these EU teams. I still haven't decided which one that would be. I guess I'll talk about that a bit more during the Europe one. But I think probably NIP is my personal favorite to take it and make it through this stage and get the win in the grand final. So I probably want to go for NIP, Furia, and Liquid in this one. Let's see. Depends on the prices, of course, as always as well. But if we go, let's say Furia, I definitely want to go double Furia. I think that's 100% of the time happening for me. These are pretty good prices, to be honest. Probably don't go drop, even though he was like a very good player for them in the RMR. Probably Safe and Art, or maybe Art and Yuri. I think, or maybe not Art at all. Maybe you go Safe and Yuri. That kind of makes sense to me. I can always change around a bit if I need to. How about Liquid? The Liege is super expensive. With NAF and OC, who I would love to have. With a pretty good amount. Like, these are not the most expensive players, even though they're some of the best players on their teams. And then there's NIP. Torres is expensive. S-Attack's been playing very well for his price. Like, we have so much money, actually. We can actually upgrade one of these players. I'm not super convinced by Safe lately, so I think maybe even go Case or Rato. Still leaves me 190. Like, this seems like one where I can do pretty much what I want in terms of which players I have. NAF. I can get the best players out of Furia, Liquid, and Ninjas. It only comes down to whether or not they actually deliver in the event. Is it better to sell OC or NAF? Might be better to have NAF is probably more reliable on average. The Liege. I mean, this is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you go Safe instead of Yuri though. Oh, Yuri was actually more expensive. Okay. I mean, I do like Yuri maybe a bit more in general. Maybe OC is better. I'm not quite certain. OC is pretty much same price. I'm gonna go with OC for this one. I wanna have him in my lineup in one of these stages. But I have basically the best two players out of each of the teams I wanted. It's all coming down to oh yeah, I should also check who I should have on the bench at the beginning. So let's tab. Here we go. If we go on the matches page, starting here, none of the teams I have are playing on the first day even. Wait, when are the NA starting here? This is when Nip, Furia plays, and then the next day there's Liquid. So Liquid player should be on the bench. Yeah. Yeah, we should have a Liquid player on the bench. That's pretty much how it is. So we sell Brolan, sell OC, the Brolan here. And OC here. And I'm pretty happy with that. In the first round, I think the easiest matchup is Furia versus whoever they were playing. Or join the leagues. My league has a pretty decent amount of people. Nice to see. A league, join another league. Bomb as well. Okay. There's no reason to not join these leagues, by the way, guys. So go ahead and do it if you are planning on playing. I think we go Keiserato captain on the first one. And that's pretty much it. I'll sell 2 players from a team that gets eliminated. So let's say NIP end up falling pretty early to like Astralis in the semis. I can pick whoever I want in the finals for squad, or maybe the NA final or the U final is in the first, or the NA final is played before the U final. So then I would want to sell 2 players out of the NA teams for players in the final, maybe. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Sorry it was a shorter one than usual and no face cam, and my voice is probably a bit weird, but I'm very sick. I'll try and record the HLTV videos as well and post them when they're ready. Either way, if you enjoy this kind of content, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.